Crucial signs of low estrogen you need to know about. How often do I hear from my patients, Doc, I just found out. What if I told you by the time you hit menopause, you've already lost 30% of your skin's collagen, and within just 5 years, you lose another 2% every single year. So 10 more percent. That's like showing up for an exam and realizing you studied the wrong subject for the entire semester. Many of you are focusing on the wrong factors. So maybe you're feeling more tired than usual, maybe struggling with dry skin, that's a key one, sagging face, jowls, they come from the sagging, or even noticing unexpected mood swings, hot flashes, sweats, a red face, some of those. Many of you then turn to more caffeine, more energy drinks, expensive creams that don't work. And yes, even Botox and fillers. But here's the thing, that's the absolute worst thing you can do. So often it's not that you're just getting older. A lot of my patients come in and say, Doc, I'm just getting older. No, it's in fact something you can put your finger on, something you can change. It's low estrogen. And no, you don't always need drugs. If you're thinking, oh, I'm not taking hormone replacement therapy, there's many options. So the very last thing you want to do is say, oh, I'll live with it. And many of you don't want to be on estrogens. I know that. So I'll give you an option today that's over the counter that many of my patients take that is not estrogen and you don't need a prescription for. But first, check out this study from Clinical Intervention in Aging. It's entitled Effects of Estrogen on Skin Aging and the Potential Role of SERMs. SERMs are selective estrogen receptor modulators. That's a class of drugs that mimic or even block the effects of estrogen in specific tissues, and in this case for the purpose of studying. But look here, in humans, structural and functional changes attributable to aging are more visibly evident in the skin than in any other organ. That means you can study it because you can see it. It's external. You can't really measure things so well that are inside the body. But look at this. Estrogens have significant effects on skin physiology and modulate keratinocytes and dermal fibroblasts and melanocytes. Fibroblasts produce your collagen and elastin, and the melanocytes are what it kind of regulates your pigment. Your melanin production is how you know it. We modulate this sometimes with skincare. Think of it simply as glow. But here's the key statement. Importantly, skin aging can be significantly delayed by the administration of estrogen. One last bit that you need to know from this article, look under estrogens and skin biology. A number of studies have shown that estrogens have an important beneficial role in skin physiology. Specifically, look here, to accelerate cutaneous wound healing. That's something we often study to see if something can reverse aging. Another one here, an improvement in inflammatory skin disorders. We all know inflammation leads to aging. And this line is key. Estrogens also offer a degree of protection against skin photoaging. Photoaging accounts for 80% of skin aging that we see externally. Sag, wrinkles, fine lines, and blemishes. Low estrogen isn't just about hot flashes. It's literally reshaping your face. We know we square as we age. Thinning of the skin, accelerating wrinkles, faster than you ever imagined. But the good news, you can fight back, and I'm about to show you exactly how. So here's the evidence. The Journal of Obstetrics and Gynecology, a study of the decrease of skin collagen content, skin thickness, and bone mass in menopausal women. And read here, the skin collagen content, the skin thickness, how often do we talk about skin thinning, the metacarpal index, which think bone here, and forearm bone mineral content in postmenopausal women showed a similar decline of between 1% and 2% per year after menopause. Significant correlations between all four parameters suggest that a similar pathology causes the decrease in bone mass and skin thickness, a decline in the connective tissue element that is common to both bone and skin. Your time's valuable, so let's dive into this one. The issue is these changes are subtle, they're insidious, and it's absolutely crucial to realize this. You need to understand that this just kind of creeps up on you. It's likened to what my patient once told me. She said, it's like a tiny leak under my sink. By the time you notice, your whole cabinet is ruined because there's a window here to catch it. Actually, I had a 67-year-old come in last week and she looked me in the eye and she said, Rajani, did I miss my window? So that's why this video is important. There's a window. So here are 7 surprising signs nobody makes you aware about that your estrogen levels need a closer look. Number 1, skin changes. The first clue. Because by menopause, women lose about 30% of their skin's collagen. This graph here demonstrates it well. When the estrogen levels drop here, your skin will lose its glow. Hormones, especially like estrogen, there are several we talk about, but estrogen is the main one that we measure and people know about. They help maintain collagen and hydration. Hydration is one of the top ones. That's why dry skin is so important to notice. Dry, thin, or sagging skin is your early red flag, if you can believe it. Early would be a blood level, but for many people, they come in sagging's already started. In fact, a study published in Dermatoendocrinology found that decreased estrogen significantly accelerates skin aging. If moisturizers aren't cutting it anymore for you, it's time to explore your hormones and see whether these are low. Number 2, energy dips and fatigue. Now, I realize this is a vague one. We all sit there and go, I don't have any energy. And I have videos about different reasons why you might sleep 8 hours and wake up tired. But listen up here. Low estrogen will lead to feelings of exhaustion, even if you're getting enough sleep. Why is this? It turns out that estrogen affects how your cells produce the energy. And without enough of it, your body will feel like it's running on empty. This paired with the hot flashes, that's the top clue. Often a number 1 clue. Number 3, unexplained weight gain, the menopause. Comment below if you've heard that before. My patients made me aware of it years ago. I don't like the term menopause, but menopause and pot belly. Low estrogen will redistribute the fat, particularly around the belly area. We do a lot of cool sculpting or minimally invasive aesthetic treatments around this area when women hit about 45. Now, this doesn't just affect how you look, it's actually also linked to increased health risks like heart disease and diabetes. And it's tough to get rid of this weight in this specific area from estrogen. That's a clue to you if you just can't get rid of it. I think it's important enough that if you guys want me to make a complete video on the menopause and how to get rid of it, comment below. I'll make that one. It will show up on your DEXA scan. The DEXA scan is something I tell people they should all get by the age of 40, and that measures your bone. A lot of people know it for your bone, but it will also show where your fat is and if you have visceral fat. Watch my complete video on the DEXA scan. It's important. And no, your doctor unfortunately won't order that scan until you're sitting down 65. That's when it's too late for many. It's $100 scan. It's extremely low radiation. It's about the amount of radiation that you get if you flew from LA to New York in a plane. And it's worth every penny of that $100. Watch my complete video on it. Now, before we go, many of you are asking, is there something more natural to take than hormone replacement therapy? Natural question. And it is admittedly hard to find a doctor willing to monitor your HRT, your hormone replacement therapy, and actually give it to you, because a lot of the medical associations are against it because of the women's or the nurses initiative trial that was debunked, but people still believe it. I do have a complete video on that, but there's something called ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is an adaptogenic herb. It's been pretty well studied for its great benefits in alleviating menopausal symptoms by modulating to some degree your estrogen levels. A randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled study involving perimenopausal women, so women who are around the age of menopause, and it found that supplementing with 300 milligrams twice daily, there's your dose, for 8 weeks, that led to a significant increase in serum estradiol levels and a decrease in hormones that we measure FSH, follicle stimulating hormone, and LH, luteinizing hormone. But here's the thing. Participants reported improvements in symptoms, hot flashes, mood swings, sleep disturbances, brain fog. That's the key for ashwagandha. It's used around the world where I travel. Now, there's other supplements you can use like vitamin D and zinc, but I include them all in one supplement called Stress Relief. And my patients prefer taking the gummy form for this type of a supplement, but some of you, if you're already on it, comment below. You can get it in powder form and different forms of it. But gummies seem to be, my patients are much more compliant. For me, I use for my patients about 1,500 milligrams daily. So each gummy has 750 milligrams of ashwagandha. So there's no guessing involved of what you're getting, the dose or the quality. I'll pin this supplement to the top of the comment section, put it in the more info section below, and we'll put it on for half off for a limited duration. For those already on it, comment below so the viewers here learn your experience with using it. Next, my patients notice changes in, number 4, hair and nail health. So estrogen, it impacts your keratin production, and that keeps your hair and nails strong. Thinning of the hair is such a common presentation in my clinic, and the first thing I think of, okay, let's check your estrogen. You get increased shedding of hair, brittle nails. So think about hormone imbalance if you're seeing those. Some people are on red light therapy for red light masks, and it actually gets the hairline, so they don't see that thinning of the hair as a sign like others might. But it goes to show you how well red light works for hair. I know many of you supplement with keratin in your hair products, shampoos, you ingest it. I have a product called Irregular, which is an electrolyte drink. It has keratin and hyaluronic acid in it, plus much more. So many of you might be on keratin, and that's why. Number 5, mood swings and brain fog. Again, it's vague, right? But let me be specific with you so you can couple with something to increase the probability that this will be a sign for you. If you feel like your emotions are all over the place, plus you have brain fog, trouble focusing, and here's one that's common, memory lapses. That specific combination is your clue. Now this does sneak up on you, but why? It's because estrogen plays a critical role in regulating serotonin. Some of you might be on SSRIs or antidepressants, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, to elevate your serotonin already. But people taking ashwagandha or on hormone replacement therapy, again, my video on that's about 50 minutes, 50, but I recommend you watch it. I think it's a great video. I think that's one that people get a lot of value from. Now, number 6 is sleep. Now, this graph even shocked me. Look here on the graph. Look how sleep quality is, look to the far right, at perimenopause and at menopause. Shocking. Sleep quality plummets. If you're tossing and turning at night, estrogen is often to blame. You see, estrogen helps regulate your body's temperature and supports restful sleep. So night sweats and insomnia are linked to a dip in levels. It gets worse here, because you get less time in REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep. Some of you have the watches on and you monitor your sleep. I think that's phenomenal. That should be ubiquitous. We should all be doing that. And those devices are getting better and better, and they're sending even information to your doctors over time. That's going to be great as AI improves. Now, what did the study say? Well, a study in menopause found that estrogen therapy improved REM sleep, which is a good indicator of this, and reduced nighttime wakefulness in postmenopausal women. Sleep is a huge reason people go on and stay on HRT, and particularly ashwagandha, because when you're not sleeping, your life is chaotic. You guys know. We all know. People go on these supplements and they say, it's just like hitting the refresh button on my brain. You know that spinning wheel on the computer when your computer's thinking? They say it just stopped, everything clipped in. Number 7 is irregular menstrual cycles. This is one that you say, well, this is obvious, Rajani. Yeah, okay, great. But here's the thing. I see people that have regular periods and their estrogen is plummeted. So it's not a great indicator, but it is one. So you can get irregular or missed menses. It's especially common during perimenopause and the transition to menopause, but it's not always the case. If these signs sound familiar, don't ignore them. Watch my playlist. I got a complete playlist all about HRT and replacing it with bioidentical hormones and supplements and adaptogens keep your skin and body beautiful, healthy, and vibrant.